Welcome back to another YouTube video, guys. I fixed my webcam, so it shouldn't be looking all funky anymore going forward. And so here is part 2 of my conference predictions. My last YouTube video, we did the NFC where we predicted all divisions, the NFC and records. Now we're going to do the AFC's turn, and we're going to start with the AFC West. But first, let's hit my intro music. Look, long term, I want to eventually have something better than that, so it could sound, more me. But something I threw together. I am learning a lot how to do all this crap as I go. But hey, college football 25 is upon us, man, and we're about to have some good fun with that game. We're gonna do a road to glory, where I'm gonna be a walk-on quarterback, odds against me, and try to become a Heisman winner. And I'm probably gonna make every stupid decision in that storybook, because apparently you need to keep a 2.0 GPA to even play. So we'll see if we even can pass class. And a dynasty mode where I plan on making the Fresno State Bulldogs into a national powerhouse. Will I succeed? Probably not. Will it be funny? I sure hope so. But anyways, let's get into the AFC West with the last place team of this division, the Denver Broncos, with the record, I shit you not, I feel like they'll be 2-15. It's going to be a horrible year in Denver. Like, if you're a Bronco fan and you're optimistic for this year, don't be. Your quarterback room is horrendous. Who's you got? You got Jared Stidham, Zach Wilson, and Bo Nix. Which I feel like Bo Nix might be older than all those quarterbacks that I just named. Besides that, you guys really don't have anything going for that team right now. I literally think you guys are just tanking, but I mean, you already got the quarterback supposedly of the future, so I don't know what you guys are tanking for, but it's gonna be a horrible year out there. And if I was a Bronco fan, I feel it for you guys. I swear, trying to record with my idiot dogs is one of the most hardest things ever. I have 3 dogs, and they all decide to act up as soon as I start to sit down and sit in front of my computer. They want to act up. You could probably hear Stitch munching on his bone right now. But anyways, in third place, with the record of 5-12, I got the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't see any highlights there. I don't know how. I see some Raider fans very optimistic about this year. Like, it does not look good for you guys at all. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's the truth. I mean, the 49er fan, so maybe you guys call me a hater. Go for it. I dislike the Raiders. No secret. But there is nothing good looking at that team. Like, Devontae Adams will literally request a trade halfway through the season. I shit you not, he will be a New York Jet before the year ends. So, third place, I got the Las Vegas Raiders with the record of 5-12. And again, this division is pitiful, aside from one team. Now in second place, I have the Los Angeles Chargers with the record of 8-9. Here's the thing: I think Jim Harbaugh will be able to turn this team around, and I think he's gonna get the best out of what he has going on there. He already has the franchise quarterback. He just needs to put together a good run game, because that's how Jim Harbaugh likes to run his offenses: a solid run game and play action, which we're gonna see a lot of in LA now. And then that defense managed to stay intact. I thought Joey Bosa was going to be on the chopping block. I thought Khalil Mack was going to be on the chopping block. But they're all there. This team, not on paper, is not looking that great, but I think Jim Harbaugh could do a lot with it. And then going forward, he's going to make some big moves eventually the upcoming season. And the Chargers may be back to being a powerhouse. Maybe. And in first place, the Kansas City Chiefs. I swear, I'm really disliking this team so much now. And yes, because they beat my team twice in the Super Bowl. Very, very reasonable reason to hate them. But this fan base, and I'm not talking to you real Kansas City. I'm not talking about you real Kansas City fans. Like, the ones who were there for the longest time, you guys are awesome. Even the new bandwagons who joined just because of Patrick Mahomes. But oh my God, the fucking teenage girls they added to that team's fan base is so. Anyways, first place, Kansas City Chiefs. Enough said. All right, and now we're going from a 1-team division to a 4-team division. And let's get into the AFC North. Now, again, I made a TikTok where I was talking about my predictions for the playoffs. And you know what? The more I look at it, some things have to change because I had the Bengals winning the division. The more I look into it, the Bengals ain't winning the division. But let's get right into it. In last place, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers with a record of 9-8. Mike Tomlin does not know how to have a losing season, and he's not going to start now. And I feel like what's going to happen is Steelers are going to start off rough. Russell Wilson is eventually going to get benched for Justin Fields, and then Fields is actually going to play very, very well for the Steelers and actually make it very optimistic for the future. But I do have them at 9-8 and missing the playoffs, unfortunately. But, I mean, still a winning season, I guess. Go Pittsburgh. Now, in third place, with the record of, believe it or not, 11-6, I got the Cleveland Browns. Now, I think the Browns will be pretty good, and I hope Nicholas Jamal Chubb can come back 100% healthy. I can't guarantee that, but he is one of my favorite non-49er players. But just that defense alone could carry this team into so many wins. I mean, we've seen it last year with so many different quarterbacks they threw out there, and they were still winning games. If Deshaun Watson can be, at the very least, half of what he was with the Texans, this team will be very scary and could win more games. But I have them in third place and getting into the playoffs as a wild card team. Second place, I got the Cincinnati Bengals with a record of 12-5. Now, with the Bengals, as long as they can have a healthy Joe Burrow and then Jamar Chase, they're going to be a very good team. And I feel like people are really starting to discredit the Bengals, and Joe Burrow is going to basically show them why he's motherfucking Joe Burrow. But I have them in second place with a record of 12-5. So that's all there is to it. I had them originally winning the division, but Baltimore just looks too good, man. And with that being said, obviously in first place, we got the Baltimore Ravens. They won the division last year. They were actually a very good team last year, and they probably should have made it to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a collapse that they had in the AFC Championship. But that's neither here nor there. Adding Derrick Henry is actually going to help a lot those goal line situations because the Ravens can definitely drive down the field. It's just sometimes they have an issue punching the ball in. And now they got Derrick Henry. So literally punching the ball in is going to be very easy for them now. And just imagine that run option with Lamar or Derrick Henry. The Ravens are going to be a real nightmare, and I have them winning this division with the record of 13-4. Let's move on to the AFC East. And has this division changed over the past few seasons? Because in last place, the New England Patriots with the record of, let's say, gosh, do you guys think the Patriots will be any better than they were last year? I just don't think so. I think this team is a 4-win max team. So 4-13. Drake May is going to have some growing pains, unfortunately. And first-year head coach, I just don't see this team being any near the type of team of being good. What am I saying? But you get the point. The New England Patriots are going to be dog water. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't disagree with that. Now, here's my hot take. Because this channel is called Ricky's Takes. In third place, with the record of 9-8, I got the Miami Dolphins. Look. I think the Dolphins, they beat up really bad teams, but they lose to good teams. And I just don't see them being that great this year. I feel like the Tua regression might be in this year. I could be wrong, and I could be looking like a jackass later down the road. But I just think the Jets and Bills are better. And I don't think the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs this year. And that is my hot take for this video. Now in second place, and this really depends on Aaron Rodgers' health, obviously. But I got the New York Jets with a record of 11-6 and making the playoffs as the final wildcard team that I have in the AFC. Look, the Jets are going to be a good team if Rodgers is healthy. Garrett Wilson, with horrible quarterbacks, always puts up great stats. Now, you give him a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers who's actually going to target him and deliver the ball at the right place where it needs to be. It's going to be lots of fun watching the Jets play. But again, they are the Jets, so they could be cursed, and they could just have to roll out with their backup, and, shit could just be bad. But I do see them, rumor is, that they might be trying to make a move for Devontae Adams. And I don't think we'll see that in the beginning of the season. I think we'll see that by the trade deadline, depending if the Raiders are as bad as I think they will be. So I got the Jets 11-4, making the wild card. Did I say 11-4? You know what I meant. They're going to win 11 games and lose 6. And in first place, winning the AFC East, I got the Buffalo Bills. This is where Josh Allen shows that he is the reason why the Bills are good. Yes, Stephon Diggs was a huge help to him, but I think Josh Allen's outgrew Stephon Diggs, and I'm being dead-ass honest when it comes to that. I had Stephon Diggs so many years in my fantasy team, and so many years he just disappears at the end. So with this year, I think Josh Allen proves that he is him, that we should already know. Josh Allen, in my opinion, is probably the second best quarterback in the NFL. And you can argue with the wall because I think it's the truth. But the Bills win this division with 11 wins as well and 6 losses because Josh does throw a lot of turnovers, but I still think they'll have the one up on the fucking Jets. Before we move on to the AFC South, I would like to point out, guys, we are a month away for some type of football being on TV.
Officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Yeah.
Yes, it's preseason. But, man, at this point, I would watch a horrible Thursday night game at this point because I really miss football. We're almost there, boys. We're almost there. But AFC South time. And in last place with a record of 7-10. And by the way, if you guys think I'm just pulling these records out of my ass, no, I seriously calculated all 32 team schedules and looked at every single possible outcome. I'm potentially pulling this out of my ass, but I really think this is how the rankings are going to go. But anyways, with the record of 7-10, I got the Tennessee Titans. And look, Will Levis looks like he has a lot of promise, and I think he could be the quarterback of the future for the Tennessee. But everything else around them, I just don't think they have anything to contend right now, especially with the AFC South that went from being a one-team to division to having a lot of young talent in all 4 teams, where this could be potentially another AFC North type situation for me if the teams get built up the right way. But nonetheless, the Titans are going to be in last place. But I think Will Levis will actually have a pretty decent year. In third place, I got the Indianapolis Colts with Anthony Richardson having a breakout year. I think this guy's going to be a stud. I do think the Colts are only going to be a 9-win team, possible 8-win or 9-win team this year. But I don't know, man. Something just like they could be really. They were almost a playoff team last year. Now that I think about it, they could go anywhere between an 8-win to a 9-win to a 10-win team. Realistically, I just don't really know. But I don't feel confident putting them in second place or in first place in this division, obviously. But give me the Colts in third place, and Anthony Richardson will probably have a breakout year. Now in second place, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and the Jacksonville Jaguars will come in second place with only 10 wins this year, which 10 wins is still pretty good, but I have them barely missing out the playoffs. And I just don't know what to feel about Trevor Lawrence because he came out as a generational quarterback, supposedly. A lot of potential. But I literally feel like Trevor Lawrence this offseason got paid on based off what his potential is and not what he has done. He's been in the league for what? He got drafted in, was it 2021? I believe it was 2021. He got drafted in 2021, and the Jags have only had one playoff win, and it was due to an epic collapse by Brandon Staley's Chargers. And I don't know. I just don't see the hype in Trevor Lawrence anymore. And before I hear any bullshit, well, you could put Lawrence in the 49ers and they'll do great. Guess what? Fuck your what ifs. I hate the whole what if situation. What if this? What if that? Well, guess what? What if Trevor Lawrence, he's on the Jaguars, and Brock Purdy's on the Niners, and they're having 2 very different careers, and Brock Purdy's better? End of discussion. Now, how did this become a Brock Purdy tangent? I get very pressed easy when I see people say that Brock Purdy's a system quarterback, so I like to talk shit. But in first place in the AFC South, I got the Texans. Houston Texans are legit. They have a great team. DeMeco Ryan deserves his flowers because he turned that team from a rebuild to a contender and to now potential Super Bowl contender, where my prediction for the AFC Championship game is literally the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And who knows? Maybe we'll have a Texans 49ers Super Bowl. Anybody? No? Just me? I don't care. That's what I believe. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you for the support, the watches, the views. My last video actually got more views than I'm used to on YouTube. It's not a crazy a lot. I think it was like 50 or 60, or maybe it could be less. But the fact is, I appreciate if you guys watch these videos. I appreciate the like, comment, anything, just to kind of help the algorithm pick it up. And pretty soon, College Football 25 is going to be out. And I keep looking over here if my webcam's there, but it's right here. So I need to get better on that. But College Football 25 is coming out, and I cannot wait to play that game and actually put some content out. And hopefully it's entertaining for all you guys. But that is all I have for you guys, and we'll see you next time I upload.